Good morning, children, and welcome to English class. Today I'll teach you a lesson from your first flight book. This is lesson 3. The name of the lesson is Two Stories About Flying. Children, this chapter has two stories. The first story is His First Flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty, and the second story is The Black Aeroplane, written by Frederick Forsyth. Today in this video we'll discuss part 1, that is His First Flight, written by Liam O'Flaherty. So before we go through the story, let me give you the introduction first. Children, this story is an account of a young bird that is afraid to fly for the first time. He believes that his wings would not support him. Despite his younger sibling flying fearlessly with much shorter wings, he could not gather the courage to do the same. He was punished to stay hungry if he did not try. Thus, it was his mother that compelled him to fly by using food as a trap. The lesson reflects how one hesitates to take the first step, and that fear is all in the mind. One should trust one's abilities because the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. So, with this background, now let's begin with the chapter. The young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sister had already flown away the day before. He had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. The great expanse of sea stretched down beneath, and it was such a long way down, miles down. He felt certain that his wings would never support him. So he bent his head and ran away back to the little hole under the ledge where he slept at night. Let us see the difficult word meaning of this paragraph first. Here, seagull means a bird that lives near the sea and has short legs, long wings, and white and grey feathers. Ledge means a narrow horizontal shelf protecting from a wall. You can say cliff also. Brink means the extreme edge of land before a steep slope or a body of water. Expanse means a wide continuous area of something. So in this paragraph, the writer says that the story is about a young seagull who is at that stage of life where he has to learn to fly. Unlike his younger brothers and sisters, he is too afraid to fly. When all of them went for flying for the first time near the edge of the sea, all of them except him succeeded. He could not trust his wings. He got terrified by the vast sea and got convinced that he could never fly. As a result, he was ashamed and disheartened and thus went inside the ledge where usually he slept. Let's see the next paragraph now. Even when each of his brothers and his little sister, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings, and flew away, he failed to muster up courage to take that plunge, which appeared to him so desperate. His father and mother had come around, calling him shrilly, upbraiding him, threatening to let him starve on his ledge unless he flew away. But for the life of him, he could not move. So now let us see the difficult words of this paragraph first. Here, Flapped means move up and down when flying or preparing to fly. Muster means gather. Plunge means jump or dive. Shrilly means with a high pitched and piercing voice of sound. Upbraiding means scold. So here the writer explains that his younger sibling managed to take their first flight despite their wings being shorter than his, but he could not summon the courage, though he tried so desperately. He was scolded by his parents for not trying again, but he was so afraid that he could not even move. That was 24 hours ago. Since then, nobody had come near him. The day before, all day long, he had watched his parents flying about with his brothers and sister, perfecting them in the art of flight, teaching them how to skim the waves and how to dive for fish. He had, in fact, seen his older brother catch his first herring and devour it standing on a rock, while his parents circled around, raising a proud cackle. At all the morning, the whole family had walked about on the big plateau midday down the opposite cliff, taunting him with his cowardice. So, let us see the difficult word meaning of this paragraph first. Herring means a soft, finned sea fish. Devour means, cackle means laugh in a loud, harsh way. Cowardice means lack of bravery. Now, what happens? This seagull had been alone for a day after he tried because his parents were busy focusing on his siblings. They helped his siblings master the art of flying and diving for food. His older sibling even caught his first fish, which he proudly ate at a rock while his parents celebrated it. That morning, his parents taunted him all the way for being a coward. The sun was now ascending the sky, blazing on his legs that faced the south. He felt the heat because he had not eaten since the previous nightfall. He stepped slowly out of the brink of the ledge and, standing on one leg with the other leg hidden under his wings, he closed one eye, then the other, and pretended to be falling asleep. Still, they took no notice of him. He saw his two brothers and his sister lying on the plateau, dozing with their heads sunk into their necks. His father was preening the feathers on his white back. Only his mother was looking at him. She was standing on a little high hump on the plateau, her white breast thrust forward. Now and again she tore a piece of fish that lay at her feet and then scraped each side of her beak on the rock. The sight of the food maddened him. How he loved to tear food that way, scraping his beak now and again to wet it. Let's see the difficult word meaning first. Here, ascending the sky means the act of rising up through the air. Preening means to tidy and clean its feather. Hump means a rounded raised mass of earth or land. Scrapped means discard. Here, what happens, children? The sun had now risen and he was feeling the heat more than ever because he was empty stomach since the night before. He stepped out of his ledge and pretended to sleep on one leg to gain the attention of his family. Still, no one noticed him. His siblings were sleeping. His father was cleaning his feathers with his beak, and his mother was standing on another plateau eating fish while she noticed him. The seagull got mad on seeing the fish because he was very hungry. He loved to tear away fish and scrape his beak now and then. So, let's see ahead what happens. Ga, 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 he cried, begging her to bring him some food. Gakula, she screamed back derisively, but he kept calling plaintively, and after a minute or so, he uttered a joyful scream. His mother had picked up a piece of the fish and was flying across to him with it. He leaned out eagerly, tapping the rock with his feet, trying to get nearer to her as she flew across. But when she was just opposite to him, she halted, her wings motionless, the piece of fish in her beak almost within reach of his beak. He waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer, and then, maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. Then what's happened, children? Here is the incident mentioned in this paragraph. Let us see the difficult word meaning first here. Derisively means in a manner expressing contempt or ridicule. Plaintively means sad. Uttered means make a sound with one's voice. Halted means stopped. He, who is he here, children? The young seagull. What happens? He cried in hunger to his mom while his mother screamed back angrily, but he kept crying, which soon turned into a joyful scream at the sight of his mother flying towards him with the piece of fish. He got excited as she came nearer and thus leaned forward. Suddenly, she stopped not too far from him. Out of excitement and hunger, he dived at the fish without realizing for a moment that he was afraid to fly. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment, he felt his wings spread outwards. The wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was not falling headlong now. He was soaring gradually downwards and outwards. He was no longer afraid. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Ga, 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 ga. Gokula, his mother, swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him, screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting and banking and soaring and diving. Let's see the difficult word of this paragraph first. Here, monstrous means horrible. Seized means grab. Headlong means with the head foremost. Soaring means flying or rising high in the air. Swooped means move rapidly downwards through the air. Curveting means perform a series of jump on the hind legs. So here what happens, children? He got so excited. Who is he here? The young seagull. He got so excited that he fell as soon as he tried. For a moment he was in shock and stood still out of terror. All this lasted only for a moment, and soon his feathers opened as he flied. He could feel the wind against his breast feathers, stomach, and his wings. He could feel himself cutting through the air. He was not afraid anymore. He was just a bit nervous, but then his mother accompanied him. The whole family screamed out of excitement, thus celebrating his victory over fear. Now let's see what happens in the next paragraph. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly, and commended himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking shrilly. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. Now, let's see the difficult word meaning first. Here, shrieking means making a high pitched, piercing cry or sound. Shrilly means loudly and forcefully. Ridges means a long, narrow hilltop mountain. Now let's see the difficult word meaning of this paragraph first. Shrieking means making a high pitched sound. Shrilly means loudly and forcefully. Ridges means a long, narrow hilltop, mountain range or watershed. Cawed means utter a cow. What happens, children, in this paragraph? This young seagull overcame his fear. He forgot that he was once afraid of it. He did all those things he once feared. He flew straight over the sea and could see the greenery and the mountains beneath him. He screamed out of joy as he enjoyed the victory. Now let's see in the last paragraph what happens. His parents and his brother and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise. Exhausted by the strange exercise, his feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no further. He was floating on it, and around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. He had made his first flight. Here, let us see the difficult meaning. Only one difficult word is there, children. That is beckoning. Beckoning means gesture. What happens in this paragraph? When this young seagull landed, his family landed along with him as a gesture that they were proud. They were screaming and shouting in excitement in their high pitched voices. He then went into the sea, where at first he got scared and thus panicked. He tried escaping but got tired and weak because of hunger. Thus, when he calmed down, he started floating in the sea he was once afraid of. His family was celebrating in excitement and offered him food as praise. Finally, he had overcome his fear and had made his first flight. So this was the lesson, children. Hope you all would have enjoyed the lesson. With this, we come to the end of the chapter. We'll meet with some other lesson in the next class. Till then, keep revising the course and stay safe. Thank you.